الله أكبر الله أكبر.
In a small and quiet town, there lived a man named Yusuf. Yusuf was known as a simple and ordinary man.
سبحان ربي الأعلى الله.
He spoke little and kept to himself. People rarely noticed him. No one thought there was anything special about him. Every morning before dawn, Yusuf went to the mosque. He prayed far in the last row. He never tried to be seen or praised. He simply stood before Allah in silence. After prayer, he stayed behind while others left. He raised his hands in dua quietly. Tears often rolled down his face, but no one ever heard his words. Yusuf worked as a street cleaner in the market. He swept the roads and picked up trash. Some people ignored him. Some people looked down on him. But Yusuf always smiled politely. In his heart, Yusuf carried a heavy secret, a pain that only Allah knew. Years ago, Yusuf had lost his entire family in a tragic accident. His parents were gone. His wife was gone. His little child was gone. His home became silent and empty. Yusuf never told anyone about his loss. He never complained to people. He only cried before Allah. Every night, he stood in prayer alone. He poured his sadness into sujud. He asked Allah for patience. He asked Allah for strength. He asked Allah not to let his heart break completely. Yusuf believed Allah heard every whisper. He believed Allah saw every tear. He believed Allah knew every hidden pain. One cold evening, Yusuf saw a small boy sitting by the road. The boy looked hungry and weak. His clothes were thin and dirty. His eyes were full of fear. Yusuf stopped and looked at the boy gently. He asked, "Are you hungry?" The boy nodded silently. Yusuf took the boy to a nearby shop. He bought bread and warm soup for him. The boy ate quickly with grateful eyes. Yusuf then bought a warm jacket for the boy. He placed it around the boy's shoulders. The boy smiled for the first time. Yusuf felt a strange peace in his heart. It felt like Allah was healing him slowly. The boy told Yusuf he had no parents. He lived alone on the streets. He felt forgotten by the world. Yusuf gently held the boy's hand. He said, "You are not forgotten by Allah." Yusuf began to care for the boy every day. He brought him food. He brought him clothes. He taught him small prayers. Yusuf never told anyone about this kindness. He never posted about it. He never sought praise. Only Allah knew what Yusuf was doing. Months passed. The boy became healthier and happier. His smile returned. His eyes were full of hope. One day, the boy fell very sick. He had a high fever. He was shaking with pain. Yusuf stayed by his side all night. He wiped his forehead. He made dua continuously. He whispered, "O Allah, take my pain, but save this child." By morning, the boy's fever went down. He slowly opened his eyes. Yusuf thanked Allah with tears. Yusuf realized something deeply that day. Allah had used him to save another life. Yusuf's own broken heart began to heal. His sadness became lighter. His tears became fewer. Allah replaced his loss with purpose. One night in prayer, Yusuf felt a deep calm. His heart felt at peace for the first time in years. He realized his secret pain was never hidden from Allah. Allah knew every moment. Allah knew every tear. Allah knew every silent prayer. Yusuf smiled in sujud and whispered, "O Allah, you were always with me." And that was the secret only Allah knew. That Yusuf's greatest strength came from his greatest pain. That his quiet patience was his greatest worship. That his silent kindness was his greatest sadaqah. Allah had seen it all. Allah had written a beautiful reward for him. A reward far greater than anything on this world. And Yusuf was content with that. Yusuf returned to his simple routine the next day. He went to the mosque before dawn as usual. But his heart felt lighter than before. The people still saw him as an ordinary cleaner. But Allah saw him as something far greater. One afternoon, Yusuf saw an old woman struggling with her bags. Without a word, he helped her carry them home. The woman thanked him with tears. Yusuf simply smiled and walked away. That night, Yusuf made dua for her in his prayer. Days passed, and Yusuf continued helping people quietly. He fed birds every morning before work. He left water outside his house for thirsty animals. He cleaned the mosque even when no one asked him to. Every act was hidden from people. Every act was seen by Allah. Yusuf began to feel closer to Allah than ever before. He felt Allah's presence in every moment of his life. His sadness no longer crushed him. It softened him. One evening, the boy came running to Yusuf happily. He said he had been accepted into a school. Yusuf's eyes filled with tears of joy. He thanked Allah again and again. Yusuf helped the boy with his lessons every night. He taught him to read. He taught him to write. He taught him to pray. The boy began calling Yusuf, "my uncle." Yusuf smiled every time he heard it. Slowly, Yusuf felt like he had a family again. One night, Yusuf dreamed of his lost family. They were smiling at him. They looked peaceful and happy. Yusuf woke up crying, but this time with hope, not pain. He whispered, "I will meet you again, inshallah." Yusuf's faith became stronger every day. His trust in Allah became unshakable. He stopped fearing the future. He stopped regretting the past. He lived fully in the present with Allah. One day, Yusuf became sick. He was unable to work for many days. The boy stayed by his side and took care of him. He brought water. He brought food. He cleaned the house. Yusuf smiled, seeing kindness return to him. He realized Allah had taught the boy mercy through him. Yusuf whispered, "Alhamdulillah for everything." The town slowly began noticing Yusuf's kindness. People started greeting him. People started respecting him. But Yusuf's heart did not change. He still did everything only for Allah. One man asked Yusuf, "Why are you always kind?" Yusuf replied softly, "Because Allah is kind to me." The man felt ashamed and changed his behavior. Yusuf's quiet actions were changing hearts. Without speeches, without preaching, without attention, only through character. One day, Yusuf heard a khutbah about hidden good deeds. The Imam said Allah loves secret worship. Yusuf smiled, knowing Allah had taught him that lesson long ago. That night, Yusuf made a special dua. "O Allah, accept from me what no one sees." The boy grew older and wiser. He became gentle and respectful. He helped other children on the streets. He shared his food. He shared his clothes. Yusuf watched with pride and gratitude. Yusuf knew his legacy would live on through kindness. Years passed. Yusuf grew older. His hair turned gray. His steps became slower. But his heart remained young with faith. One night, Yusuf felt his time was near. His heart felt calm and ready. He called the boy to his side. He held his hand gently. He said, "Always trust Allah. Always be kind. Always remember Allah sees everything." The boy cried and nodded. Yusuf smiled peacefully. He whispered the Shahada, and his soul returned to Allah gently. The town felt a deep loss that day. They realized how special Yusuf truly was. They prayed for him with sincerity. The boy stood by his grave and made dua. "O Allah, reward him for every secret good deed." And Allah accepted, for Allah never forgets anything. Not a tear, not a prayer, not a hidden act of mercy.